Everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to FPL Connect. This is FPL Connect, the show for all the masses of the football community to connect and discuss everything Fantasy Premier League. So without wasting any further time, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it. That's my logo over there. I'm happy with that logo of mine. So guys, this week we are going to focus more on game week 5. We are going to try to give the main focus on all the fixtures. As we can see that we have very juicy fixtures for game week 5. So we are seeing every fixture from Saturday till Monday. Yeah, and as you can see, there are very interesting fixtures over there. So without wasting any further time, once more, let's get into it. Alright guys, so starting off with the first fixture. So we have Wolves versus Liverpool. So I know it might be, it might seem like it's an easier game for Liverpool, but it doesn't really look like that for me. It doesn't really look like that for me because it is Wolves at home, but then Wolves also have been scoring less goals. So the stats that we are going to use for each fixture is just to see which players are more suited and which players we can pick from, for each fixture. So as we can see over here, we have Wolves and Liverpool. So for Wolves, Neto seems to be the guy who can get us the points, because Neto so far is their leading points scorer, I can say that. So he has 20 points and Jose Sa is the following with 17 points. So for Liverpool, it's Salah. Salah is the one who has 25 points and Diaz is over there with 19. So for Liverpool, I should stress that Nunez was right beneath Diaz with about 18 points, I think. So you may also opt for Nunez if you are not opting for these two. But Salah is also expensive, remember guys. Salah is 12.5 and sometimes you just wonder, so is it worth it to pay 12.5 for those points so far in the season? I think it's worth it, but maybe as we go on, we may find out that there are more midfielders who have scored more than 25 points so far. So the debate may start arising that is it really good to go for Salah, or we can go for someone else. But who in that case? So if you were targeting this game, well, I would really advise you to go for Jose Sa, because I think he will make a lot of saves, because this team from Merseyside will just keep attacking, guys. It will just keep attacking. So I do fancy Salah to get something from the game, either an assist or the bonus points. And yeah, so for Nunez is very difficult because Nunez is sharing minutes with people like Jota, so people like Gakpo. So it's not easy for me to be as sure of him getting the necessary amount of minutes. But for Diaz, I think Diaz is on the safe side. Well, I think so far he's still on the safe side. So we can go for Diaz, we can go for Salah. As far as Wolves are concerned, I think Neto and Jose Sa are the best here. So I'd rather go for the goalkeeper Jose Sa. And yes, in my upcoming videos, I will show my team. And my team does need a goalkeeper, guys. So I may be thinking of Jose Sa and others. So the next fixture is Fulham and Luton. So for Fulham, Leno is their best player so far with 19 points, and Andreas is their second best with 15 points. So for Fulham, well, Andreas is on penalty, so that's a good thing. Yeah, you can choose Andreas also, but I think Leno is among the best keepers this season, so far this time, because 19 points is a very huge point. Even the likes of Ederson and Alisson, of which we know that they are never the giants of the Premier League, of the Fantasy Premier League when it comes to points and goalkeepers. So he's already ahead of them. So yes guys, Leno is a very good pick if you are looking to capitalize on this game, and it is also the home game. So he probably should come with a clean sheet, I think. But Andreas can get an assist here and can also get maybe a few goals and maybe, who knows, a penalty. So for Luton, only Morris was the player with double figures for them, and he's a striker. So maybe he can get something from Fulham. and maybe he's on penalties. I don't know about. I really don't know much about him, but yeah, if you are focusing on this game, so I'd really advise you to go for Andreas more than Leno. But yeah, even Leno, you can go for him, but I don't think he will make as much saves against Luton, so I'd rather go for Andreas. So moving on to the next fixture, guys. Remember, we have 10 fixtures to look forward to. So this is fixture number 3. So it is Man United against Brighton. So here, now this one is a bit tricky because the game could really go either way, but I see both teams scoring. So if you were to choose players from this fixture, I would really advise you to just choose for go for offensive players. So for Man United, we have Rashford. He is on 19 points already, so he's the player with the most points for Man United. And he's followed by Fernandes on 18 points. So if you have Fernandes in your team, then keep him. Yeah, I would just say keep him. And also remember, Fernandes is on penalties. He's on some set pieces, so he can really make good points. So the surprise person here for me was Eriksen, because if you remember well, Eriksen did not start a lot of matches because of Mason Mount. But as soon as Mount got an injury, that's when Eriksen now came into picture. And look where he is now, like he's 18 points already. So I think if you want to go different, you can take Eriksen. Yeah, Eriksen can be your silent assassin, Yes. So we come to Brighton now. So for Man U, I would really recommend only these 2 players. Well, the new striker looked good. Like he looked really good. He looked really offensive. He looked really sharp. So if you want to go for a differential player, then you may go for him, because I think he will start and I think he will get over 60 minutes, and I think he may score. So yeah, actually I now think he's like the good player for us to go to. Yeah, I will consider him also. I will consider him for my team as well. Yeah, but so far, yeah, there's 3 players mentioned here. I think if you have at least one of them, you are secure. Especially Fernandes or Rashford, because they always get minutes, guys. So for Brighton, we have March on 29. So last season I had March in my team, and I was always afraid when Mitoma was playing, because Mitoma scored March points also last season, but March still came on top. So this season, I did not want to have that fear again of not having Mitoma in my squad. So I got Mitoma and then I got rid of March, but March is still on top. So I'm thinking I made a bad decision. So if you are aiming to focus on Brighton, guys, just take any of these 3, March, Ferguson and Mitoma. Well, Ferguson got a hat-trick in the last game week, so I think that really helped him to get this match point that he has right now. But I would advise you to go for either March or Mitoma, because for Ferguson, I'm not sure if the hat-trick will guarantee him minutes going forward. For instance, if he doesn't get a goal in this fixture, then maybe the minutes may be reduced, because they also have Joao Pedro. They have now bought this guy that I like from Spain, Ansu Fati. So it might be a bit difficult for him to get maximum minutes, But yeah, he is a good player and he is affordable. So yeah, you can pick him. But with March and Mitoma, for sure that they are nailed on. And I wouldn't be focusing more on the Brighton defense, for the upcoming game weeks, because they have very, very difficult fixtures. Although Estupinian is very good on going forward, so even though they are difficult fixtures, you may expect to get points from him attacking wise, but not clean sheets. So when a defender does not guarantee a clean sheet in a fixture, it's just a risk there. Yeah, it's just a risk. So as we have said, you can go for Rashford. He's $8.9. Pounds, sorry. And then for March he's 6.6, so he's still affordable, and I'm surprised that March is this amount. Like really, he is affordable. So guys, we also have Spurs and Sheffield United. So for Spurs, Maddison has been their main man. So Sane also backed the hat-trick and he's on 28 points, and Romero is one defender whom who has really surprised me, well, actually, because he's on 27. Like, I think he's the best performing defender so far this season. So if you are really looking for the numbers, you can go for Romero, guys. Like, he's on 27. So most people prefer Udogie. Well, I think firstly because he's cheaper, and secondly because he's more on the wing. So you know, when someone is a wing back, we see potential for more points because he is given the license to go forward than Romero, who will be playing, you know, like more as a center back, or you know, like he is not going forward more like Udogie or the likes of Chilwell. So we often opt for the players who play on the wing and are given the license to just rush forward. So that's why most people are going for Udogie. But then the numbers speak for themselves also. Like the numbers don't lie. So if Romero is on 27, then it says that he's getting more points than any other people whom we thought, you know, are really worth picking. So yeah, I would go for him. But yeah, but for now, I don't think I'll go for him. But yeah, I do need Spurs defense, because I think they will go on a better run of fixtures this time around. So yeah, I may try to look for the Spurs defense. But yeah, I will check their fixtures also. So we also have Sheffield United, guys. They have just bought Archer, so he's their main guy. So imagine. So for you to have a Sheffield player, you should really be looking for a very big differential, like for a very rare differential. So Archer can be a very good player now that he's here. I think he will help our teams a lot, because most people had Archer but just for him to sit on the bench and because he was cheap. But now that he's playing, then it's a +1. Yeah, it's a bonus for us. So also their goalkeeper for the Wingham also has 11 points, and that's good, really. I think that's good. So like you can just aim for him and put him in your goal post and try to get some points. But as you can see, he is not as close as the likes of Leno and Vicaria. So I wouldn't go for him really. But if ever you were really short on budget and everything, maybe you may go for him. But I wouldn't advise it. So Madison is 7.8, guys. I think he's still affordable. So you can go and get him. Archer is 4.5. Yeah, he's affordable as well. So if you are looking for Aston Villa and Crystal Palace, so most people have Watkins, but Diaby is actually the man with more points. Diaby is the man with more points, as he has 24 points, and followed by Cash with 21 points. So currently these are the best two in Aston Villa as the stats state. So the stats never lie, guys. Numbers don't lie. So yes, so if you are looking for an Aston Villa player, it should be Diaby or Cash. Although I also like Insigne. I also like Luca Digne. Yeah, I also like Luca Digne because he goes forward a lot. But I guess he's just been unlucky because these guys are not converting his crosses, man. So yes, you can also go for Watkins. I think the thing for Watkins, he was on penalties, right? But now he's no longer on penalties. So, well, not that he is no longer, but the last penalty was taken by McGinn. So that made me to like query if I still want Watkins, because I wanted to have him, especially in these game weeks. But yeah, that also questioned me. So if you are aiming for Aston Villa players, just go for Diaby or Cash, guys. Or maybe their goalkeeper can have some saves in this year. I think Martinez may have some good saves in this one. So for Crystal Palace, Edouard is their main man with 24, and Anderson is the other defender with very, very, very big points with 23. So as we have seen that Romero has more points and Anderson follows him with 23 now. So if you are in search of those defensive numbers, it looks like the two are the people for us to go to. So guys, we have West Ham and Man City. So you can go for the Gerard Bowen. So Gerard Bowen, yeah. Gerard Bowen has 30, guys. Like, he has 30. So this picture here, I don't know what happened that I put Edward on the same picture twice. but I will have that fixed, guys. I will have that fixed. I don't know when, because now I'm already streaming. So let's just assume it's Haaland over there. All right, let's just assume it's Haaland over there and get rid of this guy. So we do have Bowen. We do have Bowen with 30 points, guys, and James Ward-Prowse is the second player after Bowen, trust me, with 21 points. So it's very confusing to pick from West Ham, because they have the likes of Antonio. They have the likes of Antonio, and Antonio is very good. But now James Ward-Prowse has more points than Antonio. So if we are looking at the numbers, like the stats, then we have to choose between these two, Bowen and Ward-Prowse. So yeah, I'd really advise you to go for Bowen, guys. Like, he's really good. He's really good. For Manchester City, as I've already apologized for the photo here, it should be Haaland on 14.1. So maybe this came from this light of Edward, and then yeah. But either way, guys, as I said, I can't change the picture right now because I'm already on it. But we have Haaland, and Haaland is the player with the most goals, the most points, and he's on 39. And he's also followed by Alvarez, guys. Alvarez has started, I think, every Premier League game, which is very good and promising for him. So he's on 28 points, and those are massive points. And Rodri, ladies and gentlemen, is over there with 27 points. Wow. So if ever you want someone to pick here, well, I think everybody has Haaland. So for Alvarez, I'm not convinced yet that he will still have this much minutes going forward, considering the fact that City have now bought the likes of Doku, the likes of Matthias Nunes, they still have Foden, they still have Bernardo Silva. So it's a lot on City's attacking threat. So they will all have to share the minutes. I don't see the likes of Grealish just sitting on the bench for the rest of the season, and while Alvarez is playing 70-80 minutes on every game. No, it can't happen. So for you to have Alvarez in your team at this moment, you should be knowing, like, you should be aware that you are making a risk, but if it pays off, it really pays off. So some risks are worth taking, I reckon. Yeah, but for City, I would really recommend Haaland, maybe, and their goalkeeper, because those are the only two people that we are sure that they will have minutes. These other players, I'm not really sure who. Oh yes, and Rodri. Yes, one reason why I put Rodri over here is because I know that Rodri will have minutes. So yeah, if you are looking for those people who will have minutes, then you can go for Haaland and Rodri and Ederson. So guys, Newcastle and Brentford. So on this game, I'm really hoping Newcastle can do good. Yeah, can do good. So Isak is their player with the most points for Newcastle, which is disappointing really that he has only 19, whereas Wissa and Bumo are already above 20. So it's really disappointing for Newcastle. And you know, some part of me is starting to doubt if this team can really go forward. Like, if this team is still the same team from last season, like still the same mentality, the same playing intensity. But for Newcastle, Isak is your go-to guy, and Gordon, but I really prefer the other number 9, guys. Like, I don't really prefer Isak at this moment. I think Wilson should do good than Isak. I think Wilson, if given the time and the minutes, he can do better than Isak. I really think he can do better than Isak. So for Gordon, I would choose Gordon because I think he's more nailed on in the moment. Well, at the moment, of course, there is Harvey Barnes, but it looks like Gordon is still having that spot so far. So yeah, I think Gordon is the more nailed on guy, and he now has the number 10 jersey. So that shows that they are putting more trust on him. So for Isak, I'm not sure he will still get the minutes, because remember the last game that they played, Wilson got into the game and then he scored. Whereas Wilson was in the game over 60 minutes, but he did not score. But then, like, as soon as Wilson was there, for those few moments, he scored. Now coming to Brentford. Guys, Brian Mbeumo is doing very good. And before the season started, people were actually talking about Mbeumo and saying they need Mbeumo in their team. And for some reason, I thought I'm not going to go with the crowd. So I don't have Mbuma in my team and I'm suffering. Every time he scores, I know that I'm going to get a red arrow, and that is not good. But still, I do not have him. And now I'm just hoping that he will flop so that people don't start selling him. But I really don't think he will flop anytime soon because he's on penalties and Brentford is scoring. So I think he's the player that comes right after Haaland. He's on 33 points, so those are massive points, guys. Those are really massive points for him. And he's also affordable. He's £6.8. And Wisa is also on 23 points. And those are really good points, guys. So if you are looking for a player from Brentford, well, Mbeumo is your go-to guy. And Wisa, well, the numbers don't lie, the numbers don't lie. So like Wisa is on a good run also. They also have this guy called Janssen, so I think you can also go for him if you want to go for a different player. So let's go on to the next fixture, guys. We have Bournemouth and Chelsea. These are now the Sunday fixtures. So for Bournemouth, Solanke is their go-to man with 21 goals. And Neto, their goalkeeper, has 15, so that's really promising, and I think it's more affordable. For Chelsea, guys, just stay away from Chelsea. No. So Sterling is on 25 points, and which is pretty good for him. Disasi is a centre back and he's on 19 points. And Gusto is on 18 points. So most of us have Chilwell, but Chilwell is not even on the top 3 or top 4 of Chelsea right now. So Chilwell only got attacking returns in the first or second game. And then from there, he has been giving us nothing. Completely nothing. Which is very frustrating, especially when you see the position that he's getting himself into. They are so good. And, I start to wonder for how long will Pochettino still trust him in that attacking role. Because maybe he may put him back and then start playing someone else on that wing. So I hope Chilwell will give us some good numbers before he's taken back. But either way, Gusto is there with 18. But then I saw that Reece James is coming back from injury. He has shown pics of himself starting training. So that may not be good news for Gusto. So if you're a Gusto owner, you have to find a way to sell him, I think, because there's no way that the captain of the team will be on the bench and he plays in Gusto's position. So yeah, we do have to start thinking ahead now. So if you want Disasi, you can have Disasi. I think Chelsea will have can keep a clean sheet on this fixture, so you can get Disasi. Most of us still have Jackson, but Jackson has not been giving us numbers. He has been getting opportunities, he has been getting shots, but what's the use of a shot if it's not a goal or if it's not part of a penalty or something, it's nothing in this moment. So we need him to get us points or else we are changing him as well. So Sterling is 7.2, guys. He's still affordable. Solanke is 6.5. Yeah, I think Solanke can be a very good differential, really. So we have Everton and Arsenal on Sunday as well. So Dukowe is a surprise player here with 14 points. And Danjuma is really doing good. He's their new player. He's doing good. He's a number 10 jersey on him. So yeah, then they also trust him more. And I've seen him play, guys. He's really explosive. He's really good. And now that they have this other striker, whom I just saw scoring goals the other day. So I do think Everton will play good this time around. But will they play good against Arsenal? I think Arsenal are very hungry. They are very hungry to go and challenge City, so I think Arsenal will have the upper hand. But you can pick Pickford for this game. Maybe he can get, like match saves. The thing is, if Arsenal don't score well in the first half, then they are now going to be under pressure to just keep shooting at goal. And that's where Pickford can come with very good points. But this season, Pickford has been on the bad side of things, like on the negative receiving end of the points. But I'm hoping he will come around. So we have Saka, guys. Saka is on 25. I really think he should have done better than that. But he's on 25, which is not bad really. But if you start to see the likes of Madison, the likes of Belmore, you see that Saka is not on, on his best. I can say that. But he's getting returns almost every game, so which is what we want. And Odegaard is a very good player to pick apart from Saka. So if maybe you do not want Saka, you can go for Odegaard. He should be more affordable than Saka, and they're only 3 points apart. And Odegaard is really good guy. Like, he's in the central part of the field, so he's more closer to goal than Saka and Martinelli are. So I would really go for Odegaard in most cases. But Saka is on penalties and set pieces. That's why I would prefer you go for Saka before anyone else. And Martinelli is not really guaranteed minutes because they do have I can say like many players up front. So Nketiah, guys, Nketiah has 20 points. So Nketiah is not also guaranteed, like minutes at the time. But he has been playing very good. Now that Jesus is back, I wonder if he will still get the minutes, and I really doubt he will get as much minutes as he got. So if you have Nketiah, I would really think of selling him because Jesus is back, and like Jesus is just going to go into the lineup. We know that. So the next fixture, guys, is the last fixture for us. It's for the fixture for Monday. So our knee is very good up front and he's affordable, guys. We can go for our knee, and Ball is over there with Serge Aurier. So these guys are very good also. These guys are very good. Nottingham Forest, we saw what they did to Chelsea, so you know that they are capable. They are very much capable. Our knee is very good, guys. He's getting returns every single game. So if you are looking for a player that you can trust, especially for this fixture, I think he's our go-to guy. Yeah, I really think I can even get our knee for my team actually. So for Burnley, guys, well, Serge always very good in Forest team. He's very good. So yeah, if you are looking for someone over there, I would probably say go for our knee or Aurier. So for Burnley, they have Lyle Foster as their go-to guy, and they also have the guy called Kalyosha. He's on 12 points. I don't know why I said 22, but it's just a typing here, guys. Sorry. Yeah, he's on 12 points, but yeah, I don't think I would advise anyone to go for Burnley at this moment. So don't go for Burnley, guys, at this point in time. Don't go for Burnley. So that's it, folks. That's it for now. So if you have any inputs, you can do it in the comment section. So, and yes, we do have the FPL league that is for FPL Connect. So I'll just also share the link over there so that we can join and then we can compete. Show some comments over there to discuss what you think, who are the best players to pick from. Did I leave any players? But remember, stats are stats and stats don't lie, guys. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Adios till next time, and watch out for my upcoming video on my team and whom I want to replace in my team. Thank you, everybody.